Alrighty, let's just make sure the stream is live. I did recently attempt to stream and I accidentally forgot to start it.
A
Well, I
year and a
think I hit.
half or like
Oh
close
my
to
god.
2 years.
No, that's not what I want. I just wanted to go to Twitch to make sure that it was showing up. I feel like there's some really easy way to verify that the stream is live that I'm missing. No. Oh, well, of course there is. I can bring it up on my phone. What am I thinking? Yeah, looks like things are live. Hello, everybody. This is ZZ1000ZZ. And wait a second. Maybe it's not live? It says I'm live, but all I'm seeing is a black screen. Oh, haha. I see what I did there. One moment. Yeah, okay, yeah. For some reason, I was bringing up the stream on my PC instead of on my phone. Cool, it does work. Yay. Anyway, hello everybody, this is ZZ1000ZZ, and today I'm continuing my No Element Challenge run of Chrono Cross. Yesterday's stream did not get a lot of progress made. I'll be honest, yesterday and today I've been a bit overwhelmed and stressed out because I was having some car issues. Fortunately, we got them all sorted out, and I went to take a nap and slept for like 8 hours, so I'm a little groggy, but all in all, I think things are alright. Hopefully, we can make some more progress today. Now, at the end of the last stream, I did grind out our stackings for the last level, so I think we are good to just go to the next boss. That said, somebody mentioned that I missed something in Goldove. I don't remember if they specified whether it was another world or homeworld. But after the whole thing with Orla, they told me I should have spoken to the shaman. Real quick, let's just pop in here. Okay. I have a twin sister. Her name is Tia. They didn't even mention I missed this. According to old legends, twins are a sign of tragedy. When I was a child, I was separated from my mother and sister, who left El Nido. I only had my father. I felt as if half of my body had been lost. There was a huge void in my heart. I never told this story to anyone before. Strange. Sometimes I really could feel that there are countless worlds. And I am not the only me. Does this sound odd? But that might just be me. But that might just be running away from reality. The one thing that always helped me when I felt weak was this sapphire brooch. It's a token that's been passed down through my generations in my family. It is cracked in half now. One half belongs to me, the other half to my sister Tia. You don't have to return it just yet. The blue gem, this is the only one that exists in this world. That means it is proof you are the real Surge. So, please keep it with you until you have regained your true identity. Well, I'm definitely glad I came back here. I don't know if I'm just sappy, but I've always felt a lot of emotions when it comes to the Orla character. That scene is pretty cool and touching, but there's another one when we do go to Recruiter. That always makes me, yeah, I'll just say emotional. I don't want to say that makes me tear up. I guess I kind of did. Ah, yeah. One must choose their own path, but as long as we are human, one will some. I missed that last line. I pray that your journey be blessed by the guidance of the six dragons. I will answer your questions to the best of my knowledge. Okay. The land of Genesis. I have no idea where it may lie, but all phenomenon have their reason. I feel that there is some other will acting behind this, something other than the fact that you are dead in this world. It is a one-of-kind orb that our ancestors received from a now extinct Dragonian. Traditionally, it was passed down to each successive shaman, but someone has taken it away from Goldo. The Dragonian artifacts are the many buildings and sculptures still found in El Nido today, but most of these have weathered away, and only a small portion of them remain intact. The only one that retains its complete form is Fort Dragonia, which we have discussed before. It stands at the peak of Mount Pyre. As you may well know, the natural world is composed of a balance of 6 elements. These elements are white, black, red, blue, green, and yellow. Each one pairs up with another to maintain the balance, which the natural world relies upon. The gods that represent each element are called the dragon gods. Since they symbolize the powers of nature, they are also commonly referred to as the gods of nature. If the sun is white, the shadow is black, the flame red, the water blue. Green are the leaves of the forest and blowing winds, yellow are the forces of Mother Earth. It's interesting that in this game they distinguish between Mother Earth being yellow for like ground and green for nature and the trees. In a lot of games, they combine that into one general element. A frozen flame? That is something we have not heard of in these parts, but there is something about flames in the oral lore of our village. I do not know if this is related to the flame you speak of, but allow me to share it with you. Be very careful when you stare into the flame, for the flame will also stare back at you. It will either transform you into a different being or burn you into ashes. In an old poem of El Nido, there is a phrase that refers to the evil sealed away by the 6 dragons. The phrase follows after it, the evil flame that sought to engulf the world. An evil flame. If this refers to the frozen flame, it should not be in the hands of humans. Yet the truth of this story is unknown. That's all I need to know for now. And yeah, here. How can this be? This is without doubt a piece of the dragon here. Surge, I shall bestow upon you the dragon element. It is a symbol of a dragon shaman. The emblem and the dragon tier have been handed down by dragon shamans for generations. Although the worlds are different, you should be able to receive aid from the other shaman with this emblem. Make haste to the alternate world. Aha! Yeah, that's what the person who talked to me was it yesterday? No, I guess it would have been this morning. They told me I had missed something that I should show the tier to the shaman. Cool. Yeah, for some reason I thought I had to defeat all 6 dragons and then talk to the shaman here. Anyway, since we got that key item, let's head over to the other world and try showing it to, I think it's a guard, like a bouncer almost, blocking our path to the other shaman. Plus, we want to go to the other world to fight some dragons, so. We are currently in another world, so now we go back to home world. And I believe we want to fight the green dragon next. I did look up what I was doing wrong trying to find the green dragon. Yesterday's stream was kind of a shit show in terms of me not remembering how to find the various dragons. Turns out the green dragon was in Homeworld, and I was trying to find it in the another world. So that's why I had a lot of trouble with that, apparently. Now, we could go over to the Hydra Marshes to try to get to the Green Dragon, but first, let's go check out what we can do with the Shaman and Goldo. I was trying to remember if there was any reason to go into the hospital, but I don't think so. Then again, I have missed a number of things and caused myself plenty of trouble by not going into places because I thought I didn't need to. Maybe I should just go everywhere to be safe. Dragon Tears enshrined somewhere in the village. Hey, Orcha. How are you doing, man? Yo, it's a mighty small shop, but ain't it a great place to kick back? I wonder what, if anything, he says if we bring the Orcha from the other world to him. Might have to try it sometime. I honestly don't remember if Orcha has like a cutscene for his level 7 tech like a lot of people do. You, halt. Judging by your appearance, you are formboard? For reasons we will not explain, foreigners are not allowed to enter the tower. Please leave the premises at once. If we show him that emblem, we might be able to gain his trust. That is a dragon element? Or emblem? How did a foreigner like you get a hold of it? Welcome, travelers across the dimensions. Bring them before me. Yes, if it is your wish, Miss Stina, you have my permission from the chief. You may pass, foreign travelers. Oh, okay. Let me make this clear, Serge. Seek the eldest beings in El Nido, the dragon gods. During your travels, you have seen the dragon gods with your own eyes. I can sense that. I shall lend the Dragonian artifact, Dragon Tear, to the one chosen by the dragon gods. Is that all she'll say for now? Apparently. Okie dokie. I guess we didn't really need to come here right now then after all. No biggie. Also, hey, this time it's a different bot than before. It seems once per stream I get a bot coming in advertising for, like, not chatbots, what do you call them? Like, fake views. But this one seems to be advertising a different service than the last one. The thing immediately left the channel, so it seems kind of pointless to ban them. If they're advertising for botted views, I'm sure they have a near infinite number of accounts that they can send to the channel. Alrighty, and we'll save our game. So yeah, this version of the Hydra Marshes is not poisoned like the other one that we went to. Alright. Everybody down. Something big's headed this way. It's the Wingipede. I like how it looks as it moves. I think the way its body kind of, what would you call that, undulates? Kind of reminds me of how snakes move. Who are you? Uh-oh. Did you just see a strange-looking creature up ahead? It's so funny fighting this guy now. This Biba no place for humans, Biba. Go away, Biba off. The reason I say that is, depending on which route you take earlier in the game, you can have to come to this area much earlier in the run. And when you do, you have to fight this guy like we do now. But back then, he's actually, I don't want to say difficult, but he can be quite annoying. The reason is whenever he takes a turn, he has the chance of summoning an ally. And then they can summon allies, and it can get out of hand where you wind up having to fight tons of enemies. Where even if they're not dangerous, it can just be slow and tedious to kill them all. But of course, we're so over leveled now that it's a joke. I Biba sorry. Here, I give you this. Please forgive Biba. This Biba flute that is handed down the Biba family. It Biba magical. It calls Wingipedes. Makes Wingipede Biba good Wingipede. It best Biba used in a wide open space. Well, I Biba see. Sorry. I can't say Biba that many times without starting to laugh. So there's the Biba flute. We're not going to try blowing it here because we need to blow it somewhere that has more space. Plus, we need to get the fruit first. I don't like humans, but I don't hate them either. I just like strong beings, no matter what species they're. We are strong as Mr. Universe. Let the challenge commence. If you say you're a weakling, you don't have to fight this guy, but then you won't get his item, so. And yeah, benefit of being over leveled. Don't worry though, we will get real fights before much longer. Actually, once we go to fight the green dragon, things could actually be very difficult. That'd be but quite fun. I give you the treasure behind me. There's a type of enemy, I forget what it's called. I don't remember if it's the prehistoric. But anyway, the next dungeon, there's a type of enemy that I hate. It's very frustrating at times. It can cause the status ailment confusion, which makes it so not only can you not control your character might attack allies instead. And it can just be a real pain. Alright, this is obviously where we need to blow the flute. Ah, there it is. Oh no, it's a Wingipede. Whatever will we do? This is an actual boss that you could have fought earlier in the game. It's actually smaller than I thought. Search, why do you not try feeding it something? Aw. It didn't want to take our food. Oh. Yeah, okay, never mind. I was about to say, oh, it actually survived 2 hits, but nope, it did not. But yeah, it's cool that when we come back here, we can just whoop up on, or whoop this guy's butt. Can you say whoop up on this thing? I don't know if that's how the word whoop would be used. Huh. Aw. The foothold could give away at any minute. We should avoid passing through the middle. Now, if we walk on the middle there, we will fall on top of an enemy. Oh, that's right. I think we have to leave and come back, and then the Wingipede will work with us. What's going on here is normally when you come through here and do what we've done with the getting the flute and fruit, you would then fall through that hole, and that would take you on the way to finish the rest of the dungeon. But because we aren't on the route where you do that, the game isn't, or we can just leave and come back. The reason we have to leave and come back is it's an entirely separate set of event flags to use the Wingipede to fly over to where we want to go. So normally the event flags wouldn't be available yet. So the game doesn't have, or the game isn't coded to let you set the event flags on the same trip because it's still treated as the initial run through the dungeon. I don't know if I'm explaining that well at all. I'll be honest, I'm only streaming today because I would have felt really bad if I didn't. Because yesterday I said I would. Oh no, we have his flute. What happened to the Wingipede? Now they want revenge. Actually, I shouldn't say that's the only reason I'm streaming. I enjoy it, and I want to do it. It's just, I fell asleep at like 3:30 after dealing with a bunch of stress getting my car issues sorted out. Then I woke up at like 10 p.m. And less than an hour later I was streaming, so I'm just a little out of it. Okay, yeah. Alrighty. If you blow the flute further down the branch where my friend is standing, you will be able to ride the Wingipede to the ancient ground. Oh, okay. So maybe I don't blow the flute on that wide open spot. Okay. Ah, yeah. See, this guy has moved to a different location before. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I wonder if we could have done this without leaving and coming back if we had just blown the flute here instead of going up to the other spot. I don't know offhand. It's the sort of thing I probably knew at some point years ago, but oh, look at the guy. I think you actually do have to fight the Wingipede before it'll fly you here, but I could be wrong. Gaia's navel. Or is it Gaia? I'm used to seeing Gaia spelled with an I, so I don't know if the E in here is supposed to make it Gaia instead of Gaia. You come from the sky? Ooga booga. Hello, Leah. You friend of Father? Father? You know him, Father? Father is a brave warrior. Leah lose him, Father, when Leo very little. Grandma say him, Father went to the sky. Okay, I'm not doing that accent anymore. You come from sky, so Leah think you know Father. We're sorry, Leah, we don't know your father. By the way, where are we? Leah don't know either. Leah faced the land anger and end up here. Huh. Villagers not here. What is land anger, I wonder? Only Leah and he come here. What was that? The green dragon? He pretty tough. Leah help if you fight him. Leah winning so far. Now we could have recruited her a little earlier, and I kind of wish I had. I actually wanted to come here before and couldn't figure out how. Oh, but yeah, look at her strength. It's only 32. I think that's partially because she's just joining so late. Leah has the potential to have some of the highest physical strength in the game, but at 32, I don't think it's worth training her to try to get her to catch up. Hey, talk to me, please. He cautious lately. He no show himself, but he think he boss here. So keep thumping monsters. He get angry, come out. So yeah. To fight the Green Dragon, we have to fight a number of other enemies first. I forget what the exact count is. I think it's only like 5 battles, but I don't know. Speedrunners mapped out the exact number of battles you have to fight in this area. Because, of course, there's speedrunners that want to do things efficiently. Hey, come. And I forget what it was. Oh, okay, so the praying mantis are probably the least dangerous enemies in this dungeon. That said, they might still be dangerous. I don't know. Please don't poison. Oh my god, you poison. That's gonna be frustrating. Because by the rules of this challenge, I'm not allowed to cure poison with an element. Do I have equipment that prevents poison? I don't think I have any antitoxinal caps because I don't think I ever bothered to farm them. No. And what about the Starframe? Okay. So that's interesting. The Star Fragment protects from poison, but I don't know if it'll remove poison once it's been equipped. We're at 341. Let's see. Yeah, Norse does have the Star Fragment, right? Yeah, so I'm hoping when I go into battle, that might remove the poison. If not, then I'm just gonna have to fight enemies, leave, heal, and then come back. Nope, okay. So yeah, it looks like the Star Fragment will prevent poison, but it won't cure it after the fact. That's gonna get really old then. I wonder if I should be leading with Norse instead, since he is a yellow innate. On the upside, Norse is already poisoned, so poison can't do anything to him. Oh yeah, I think I should be attacking with Norse, not Lynx against these ones. Oh, miss. Unfortunate. Actually, Norse and Lynx deal almost the same damage. Hey guys, please just keep hitting Norse. That sounds wonderful. At least with the stinger thing, so you poison only him. Flep. Wasn't Flap the name of the attack Polly used back on the pirate ship? I think it was. These do remind me a lot of Polly. Dinosaurs are, in terms of evolution, actually quite closely related to birds, so it makes sense. Pterodactyls and a giant parrot could be related. Oh, an Inferno element. I didn't know you could farm those from these enemies. Alright. So, since the Star Fragment can't prevent or can't cure poison, there's no reason to keep it equipped. Let's give Norse the Earring of Light, so he'll heal a little at the start of each battle. And then give the Star Fragment to Zappa, so we can potentially prevent him from being poisoned. Oh, wait. How do I get up there? My bad vision is being complicated by my eyes being very tired because I am sleepy still. Okay, there's Leah. God, that poison damage is probably kicking Norris's butt right now. What is he down to? Oh, there's the save point. Cool. I wish we would have gone to that before taking the first fight. I probably would have reloaded to avoid... Well, no. Maybe I wouldn't have reloaded to avoid Norris being poisoned because I'm going to be fighting enough enemies that I have to assume I'll wind up poisoned. Just hit Norris or Zappa, please. Cool, cool. Okay. I should have done 2-2-3, not 2-3-2. To be honest, I thought I would do a 2-3 and it would die. Alright, so Norris is down to 243 health. One nice thing is poison doesn't scale with your max HP. So the 1 point for like per step or whatever it is means a lot less at this point in the game than it would have much earlier in the game. Much earlier in the game, being poisoned would have been very debilitating for us. Yeah, and these are the enemies I was talking about hating. Jurassic Beat. Wait, does the Star Fragment protect against this? No, it doesn't. Okay. See how Zappa is acting uncontrollably? That is why these enemies are very frustrating. Fortunately, Zappa is the least valuable of our party members right now. Now, if this hits Norris or Lynx, things could get much worse. Oh, God. So now I have two... Oh, wait, it looks like it didn't work. Good. Yeah, if that had hit Norris, it would have been a much worse situation for us. Alright. Turn yellow? I didn't realize they would cast that. Interesting. That shouldn't be relevant at all, really. Alright, so Norris is down to 194 HP. We might have to go back to town soon to heal up, which is very frustrating. But my hope is we can clear enough battles that as soon, that we'll be able to go to the boss as soon as we come back from town. Hey, please, thank you. I didn't want to run around chasing it too much because the more I move, the more damage Norris takes from the poison. I guess I didn't need to grind levels so much at the end of the last video since I was going to be coming here and fighting a bunch of random encounters. Then again, I was mostly grinding it for potential gains on my other characters. I think I leveled up like 6 or 8 different characters, so the other ones wouldn't have got the stat gains if I had. Oh, Lynx actually took some nice damage there. Unfortunate. I gotta say, they have been focusing Norse a lot with that attack, and I'm happy for it. I wonder if it's because he's a yellow innate and they're green innates. The game might be coded to focus, a unit with elemental weakness to them. Alrighty. Don't really care about this damage. Oh wait, that was on Norse. I thought it was on Zappa. I do care about that damage then. Alright, so Norse is down to 134 HP. That's not good. I don't think we've fought enough enemies to get the bosses to come out yet, have we? No. Alright. Wait, how do I get to that save point? I think I need to come in from the right side of the screen. Alright, let's fight these guys, and then I think I have to go back to town to heal up. Norse first, since he's the green innate. Alright. Yeah, if Lynx gets poisoned here, I definitely need to go back to town. Yep. I only have one Earring of Light. I do have Gold Earring, which has a similar function, but it gives you much less health than the Earring of Light. So it won't be able to do as much to help us keep up with the damage from the poison. Wait, I just heard a sound. Was that the sound saying the boss is now here? Okay. Oh, I see. I think this... Yeah, here's a ladder. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I always find this dungeon confusing as to what counts as like a ladder to climb up like that. Yeah, I'm hearing a sound. I don't know if that's a regular enemy sound or if that's the sound saying the boss is now available. Wait. I'm confused. Which way did it... it's one giant loop, so if you go in one direction long enough, you will loop back to the beginning. But I've gotten lost now, so I don't actually know which way I'm headed. Ooh, a dendrite, yay! Not that we actually need it. Yeah, I think we need to go one screen to the right. I think. Not sure. Okay, yep, there's Leah. Cool. Wait, I should have saved. Well, no, I should be able to leave even if I see the boss. Okay, never mind. My concern is if I leave, I don't know if the enemies will reset and I'll have to fight guys again. So I'm going to take a gamble and go fight another battle. Wait, how do I get to that enemy up there then? I guess I have to come from the right side of the screen? But yeah, I'm just worried that if I were to leave to go heal and then come back, that it would reset the counter and I would not get to fight the boss with just one more fight. I'd have to redo all the fights I've already done. Okay. The good thing is it doesn't really matter if some of my characters die in the battle, so... Okay, that sound is the sound of the pterodactyls, not the boss. Please let this be enough fights. I'm gonna be so sad if I have to leave, go back to town, heal up, come back, and then redo all the fights I've already done. Oh, Norris died of poison. That's I should have known that would happen. He was clearly at 2 health. Fortunately, Zappa is immune to poison because he has the star fragment equipped. Now I'm kind of banking on that to ensure I can get out of this dungeon. No matter how bad things get with Lynx and Norris's health, even if they die in battles like that, Zappa should at least be able to survive. That'll prevent game overs. Oh, I thought 2-3 would kill it, but apparently not. This won't kill. Well, especially not with a miss. Ooh, big crit. Alright. So as long as we hit here, I think it dies. Nice. Please have been enough battles to make the bosses come out. I think there's still like 4 more battles we can do if necessary. This is so frustrating. Alright. Well, a fun thing is Norris is no longer poisoned because he died. I guess that is one way to cure poison. And he's even up to 2 health because of the Earring of Light. Actually, I guess that does mean Norris technically won't die to a single attack if the attack deals 1 damage. Cool. Tank that hit, Zappa. I gotta say, Zappa is surprisingly effective for us in our current playthrough. Yeah, it doesn't look like much, but stuff like this, he's just tanking tons of damage while Norse and Lynx do the work. And that's exactly what we want the character in our 3rd slot to do, so kudos, Zappa. Well, that had been enough battles. Oh my god, I still have to do more? You're kidding me. What's this chest? Another dendrite, which we don't need. I mean, I guess we could make more stone weapons for characters so they are more useful if we swap them in. And we don't have to, like, disassemble stone weapons. If we want to swap characters around. Oh, big crit. Wait, why am I focusing the guys who are... I was originally focusing the ones that cause poison to try to prevent my characters from getting poisoned. But poison has ceased to be a relevant factor now, since Lynx is poisoned and Norris dies to 1 hit anyway. And Zap, of course, is immune to poison. Oh, well, I guess they do die a bit more easily than the other guy. So that's something. And hey, look at that. Thanks to the Earring of Light, Norse is up to 3 HP. He went from dead to a grand 3 HP. At the start of the next battle, I believe he'll have 4 HP. Though due to rounding, it might even be 5. Technically, I could get in tons of battles, potentially because I'm just running away a lot, and heal Norse to full. I wonder how many battles it would actually take to heal to full from 1 HP using the Earring of Light or Gold Earring. Another Dendrite. So yeah, Lynx is going to be at 1 HP. Let's go this way. And see if the boss has shown up yet. If not, I will at least go and save. Actually, no, let's fight this guy. He's right here. I think we fought enough bosses that... Or not bosses. I think we fought enough enemies that the boss will show up now. But anyway, Norse is now at 4 HP. Lynx will die to a single action. Oh god, Lynx dying is gonna suck because it's gonna hurt our damage output so much. Huh. And then Norse gets poisoned again. Yeah. Screw it, we're running away. Oh, wait. No, that was a mistake. I should have used 3 more stamina so Norse would die, cure the poison, and then he'd come back at 1 health. Instead, he's going to start the next battle at, like, 1 health and be poisoned and immediately die. Oh my god. Wait, how do we get down from here? Is there a ladder or something we can take? No? Yeah, this dungeon sucks for me because of my vision. Like, how am I supposed to know this is a ladder? Does that look like it is a ladder to most people? To me, it does not look like it would be a ladder at all. I'm just kind of blindly guessing. Let's go talk to Leah. Has he come out yet? He cautious lately. Okay. Wow, I do still need to fight more enemies. This sucks. Okay. We go and save. Then I'll go ahead and fight a battle. Have Norse immediately die to poison. Run away. And then I will refight the battle and try to win with Norse and Lynx at 1 HP. And there's the risk of dying and getting game over, so we'll just save over our main slot. Like, how are you supposed to tell that is a ladder? I never would have guessed just looking at it. Alright. Hey, cool, another enemy. Please let this be enough that we can leave. Oh, okay. Well, I wanted Norris to die. I was planning on killing him via the poison, but the enemy took care of it for us. Nice. Alrighty. Now let's fight this enemy again. I wonder if they always spawn with 2 pterodactyls, or if there's a chance they spawn with 1 or maybe other enemies. Ah, unfortunate. I was hoping they wouldn't act quite so soon. Well, Norris dying sucks, but as long as at least Link's or Norris is alive, I think we can kill these things. Alright, one is down. Now even if Lynx dies, I think we can win the fight. Yeah, I think we're fine to win this. But don't want to jinx myself. Oh yeah, Zappa's not taking that much damage. And see, here's that bug I've talked about before, where our accuracy doesn't reset after a turn ends. I would like to do some testing to figure out exactly how it works. Because it's so interesting to me to see a character's accuracy not reset. Even though not only did their turn ended, and he took damage. Normally that would make his accuracy reset, but for whatever reason, it did not. I mean, I'm not complaining here. It was very helpful, or at least very convenient, but it's so weird to me. Anyway. We will go save again. And if I have to do more fights, I'm going to be so sad. But yeah, I've seen that bug so many times when playing this game, and I've never pinned down just what causes it to happen. And as far as I know, nobody has, so it'd be cool if we knew just how it worked. Okay, no show self. He's cautious. Do I really have to fight more enemies? Oh my god, how many fights do I have to do? There aren't that many fights left in the dungeon, so at least that's something. How do I get to that upper spot? Oh, okay, that's how you get up here. Good to know. Oh, okay. Nothing I really need. Wasn't there an enemy over here? Oh, yep, there it is. And look at that, Norris ended the fight with 2 HP. Next battle, he'll have all of 3 HP. Ooh, a Sonja trap. Sonja is one of the green summons. You're kidding me, the boss still hasn't spawned? Oh my god. I just wish I knew if I could leave to go heal up without it resetting all the enemy counts. Alright, let's go look for more enemies. There can't be that many more fights left. We did just hear the sound of a bird, so that means there should be some pterodactyls somewhere in here. Okay. How do I get up? By the way, I do really like this music. I don't see Am I blind? I don't see a way to go anywhere. There's a chest there. So maybe I need to take the tree over? Let's try that. Climb the tree, run to the right. Okay, here's an enemy. That's another fight we can do. It's weird. Every time I do this dungeon, I am reminded how much I hate this dungeon. And then when I haven't done it in a while, I have that memory of I really hate this dungeon. And I don't think much of it. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember hating it, finding it tedious and annoying. And then I come back to the dungeon, I'm like, why did I hate this? It didn't seem that bad. And then I start doing it, and I'm like, oh, right, that's why I hated it. It really is that bad. Also, yes, Zappos should probably kill Lynx here. Never mind, this enemy will kill Lynx. Oh wait, Zappa attacked an enemy instead of us. And the poison missed Lynx. Nice! Like here, how does Lynx have increased accuracy? What? Like, Zappa just attacked. There's no way Link should have improved accuracy here. It is such a weird bug. But that kind of shows what I mean about, like, it's difficult to pin down and nobody knows just what or how it works because, like, what do you even test for to figure out why, like, again, Lynx's accuracy. I guess in this case, the reason Lynx's accuracy isn't resetting is Zappa is confused, so he's not actually taking a turn, even though we do see him act. That's the best I can guess on that part of it. But it's so weird, man. Please have been enough battles that I can fight the boss. Man, if it turns out I have fought enough battles and I'm just doing something else wrong, I'm gonna be so embarrassed and so frustrated. Okay. So I do have to fight more battles. I don't wanna. Can I just go back to bed? This is honestly one of the few parts of the game that I dislike. If it was just like fight 3 to 5 enemies, that would be one thing, but with how many enemies you have to fight in here, it's just so tedious. Plus, navigating the dungeon is such a hassle, like... And it's the same enemies each time, that's what makes it so annoying. Like, there's not much in the way of unit variety, or... And then the battles are just frustrating because they use status ailments. Like, poison, yeah, and of course it's particularly frustrating because of this run not letting me heal. But just in general, I hate this design choice. Hopefully there's a pterodactyl up here I can fight. Hey, a dendrite. Yep, cool. If this isn't enough fights, I am genuinely going to go back to town, heal up, and then see if that respawns enemies. Mind you, to be safe, before I do that, I will save. That way, if leaving does reset the enemy counts, I can at least reload. Flap kills anyone who isn't Zappa. Man, that thump when Zappa hits is so satisfying. Aw, man. I was trying to kill it before it could get a chance to poison. Oh well. Now two of my party members are dead. You know, that's actually a thought. I should probably give the earring of light to Zappa, not Norris. Norris is going to keep dying anyway, so him having a little bit more health at the start of battles, which is just one more health each time, not relevant. But Zappa getting like an extra 20 or whatever HP at the start of battles could keep him topped up, so we don't wind up having him. Seriously, this is what I mean about the accuracy not reset. Anyway, if he gets like 20 or so HP at the start of each battle, that could help him stay topped up so I don't like get a game over. And see, again, 99. Accuracy did not reset. It's so weird. In this case, there's only one unit, and I think that's part of it. Like we saw when Zappa was confused, Lynx's accuracy didn't reset. So I think it does have something to do with like no other character being able to act. That seems to be like a common thread. But I can't work out what the specifics would be. But yeah, I'm just not. God, if I have to fight more encounters, I genuinely am going to go back to town and heal. It's just so annoying having to worry this much about my party HP. Right. I guess the problem is, what would I take off to give him? Because, yeah, if I take the moon glasses or mithril helmet off, he'll take more damage in battles, so the increased health at the start might not be that as relevant. If I take the star fragment off, he could get poisoned and just ruin everything. So I'll take off the mithril helmet and see. But yeah, seriously, is this like clearly a ladder to anyone? To me, once I know it's a ladder, yeah, I can figure it out. But yeah, this is the one dungeon in the entire game I do not actually like. And it's a combination of all the factors. The lack of, in my opinion, visual clarity, the tediousness of the battles. Alright, what do you have to say? Oh. Wait, I don't need to go up, I need to go left. Alright, we save. Let's check if the boss has spawned or not. Seriously, I did not think you had to fight this many enemies for the boss to spawn. I'm genuinely confused by that. I thought you only had to fight like 5 or 7 formations, but apparently you need to fight a lot more. Oh, you know what would really suck? If every time you leave it resets all the encounters and the count for them, and then it would even... God, it really does. Not enough. Do I want to go back to town and risk it? I am so worried that it's going to reset the counters and I'd have to refight all of these, at which point I would just need to reload. Anyway, what I was going to say is what would really suck is if even after you've spawned the boss, you could reset the encounters. As in, you fight enough enemies to spawn the boss, go back to town, heal up, and when you come back, you have to fight all those encounters again. If that were the case, I don't know. I might cry. Okay. At least that was an easy battle. But yeah, if I have to redo all of these battles because my health is too low, I might genuinely cry. Also, that was a audio cue. I don't know if that was just because we defeated a pterodactyl or if it's to mean something. Seriously, how many fights do I have to take? There can't even be that many left in the entire dungeon. What the? Alright, well, there can't be that many left. Let's just play it safe and go try to fight the remaining ones. And while we're right here, save. But yeah, I'm just so worried that leaving will undo all of my progress. Wait, have we already been up there? I think we have. Let's check over this way first. Okay, so we can't go that direction. Nothing up here, so I guess we do have to go up to that tree. Seriously, to my eyes, that is barely visible. Okay, is there a way down? Like, I don't see a ladder. Huh. Yeah, I'm not seeing a way to climb back down from here. Oh my god. I get a bad vision, but this is just needlessly difficult. Oh, there's ladder down here, okay. So, yeah, nothing to the right. Where are the enemies I need to fight? Like, how many more could be left? I guess this is a ladder up. Like, am I crazy? There really can't be many fights left, right? I mean, I can't even remember the last time I saw an enemy walking around. There could be some more fights like we've seen where you have to open a chest to summon a monster, but... yeah, like... what in the world? If I'm doing something wrong and the boss is already available, I'm gonna be very sad. Well, here's a chest. Maybe that'll spawn something. Wait, is that not a chest? Am I crazy? Oh, I guess this isn't a chest, it's just a plant. Okay, in that case, where am I supposed to go? What is going on, man? Oh, okay. Apparently we had to walk over here to... what? That's so weird. I don't know why walking in from this direction caused things to change. What? Wait, was it... do you maybe have to make a full loop through the dungeon to spawn the boss no matter what? Like, you have... I know you have to beat a certain number of enemies, but I wonder if maybe you, in addition to beating the right number of enemies, you also have to make a full loop of the dungeon? I don't think that's the case, but maybe it is. Anyway, that dialogue there shows the jungle has gone quiet, and now the boss should be available, which means we want to go leave and heal up because I'm super low. Wait, no, no, no! What the fuck? Oh god. I need to leave the dungeon. I can't fight this guy, and I just saved over my... Oh my god. Please don't tell me I screwed myself by doing that. Oh my god. I might genuinely have soft locked this and might need to go reload because I was saving thinking I could go back to town to heal up. If I can't go back to town to heal up, I don't think I can fight this boss. Okay. Yep, I don't think there's a way for me to go back to town, is there? Oh my god. Okay. Let's think about this. We are not soft locked because we can heal to full, technically. As we just saw, Zappa went to 235 health. But yeah, we can't blow the flute to leave. Oh god. Okay. So yeah, Zappa goes to 263. Okay. I think we really do have to do it. I If I would have realized I can't go back to town to heal, I would have gone about this dungeon a very different way. But now that I don't want to do this. It's so tedious and not interesting or fun or. But yeah. Yes, we are going to healing trick our way to full. And I'm doing this because I don't have a save file from before I got myself screwed over. If I would have just had a separate save file, I could have maybe found a different way to do this, but also, if I had grinded out at least one more gold earring earlier in the run, I could have sped up this process. So there's that. Anyway, Zappa is to full HP. But yeah, if I would have known it would be like this, what I could have done is put other party members into the group. Like I could have had, I don't know, General Viper and uh, uh, Karsh in here or something like that instead of Norse and Zappa. Play through the dungeon the exact same way. Let those two die, and then I would have just kept the star pendant on Lynx, so Lynx would stay at full health. Well, not full health, but he wouldn't get poisoned. And then once I had fought all the random encounters I needed, I could have had Lynx, or I'm sorry, I could have had a Viper and Karsh or whoever swap out of the party, bring in Norse and Zappa. And of course, there is an argument to be made that, oh, just use consumables to heal up because it is functionally the same. Because all I'm doing is running away until I get to full health. But I am stubborn enough that no, I will not do that. Or I'll get so fed up doing what I'm doing right now, and yes, I will. We'll see. Anyway, right now we're currently getting 1 HP per battle, 3 and 7, 4 and 8. Now, if I had to do this 350 times, I would not do it. But the amount of HP is percent based, so eventually the amount of gains we get will go up. Yeah. 6 and 10. I cannot believe how hard I screwed myself over just by saving over the same save file. I didn't think the a boss spawned until the next screen, so I thought I would be able to flee. Like, go back to town and heal up before I had to fight a boss. And I was wrong. And that mistake is really causing me pain. 9 and 13. I don't know at what point the earring or the percentage will on the earrings will be enough that I get more than 1 HP. 10 and 14. It should be pretty soon though. I think it'll be at like 16 HP for the gold earring that Norris has equipped, but we'll see. 11, 15. 12, 16. Yeah, I think Norris will get 2 HP at the start of this next attempt. Oh, 13, 17. Apparently not. That's weird. What is the percentage on it that you don't get 2 HP off 16? Now I'm curious because I can't think of what percentage values these could be scaling off that I wouldn't be getting 2 HP on Norris yet. 19? Yeah, 16, 20. How is that? You know, I was annoyed before, but now I'm actually curious because of math. 16, 20, 17, 21. Why are they only gaining 1 HP now instead of at least 2? That 1922. So wait, did Lynx just get more HP than Norris? Yeah, 21, 23. I know the Earring of Light is the stronger version than the Gold Earring, but this is insane. Why would 23 HP not be enough that you would get 2 HP per battle? 23, 24? 25, 25? I'm actually invested in this now. Before I was annoyed that I had to do it, but now I'm invested in the math because I don't know if anyone's documented exactly what percent boost these items give. Okay, so Norse got 2 HP that time. So is the Earring of Light 4%? That doesn't seem right to me. Anyway, now they're getting 2 HP per attempt. Huh. By the way, I know the Chrono Compendium says something like the Earring of Light means you start with an extra 50 HP per combat, or something along those lines. So, huh. Yeah. Well, hey, thanks to the miserableness that is my current experience, I will at least have clear data that should let me be able to work out the exact math of how these earrings work. So that is something. 4235, 4737. Yeah, at some point I'll switch which character has which earring. 5239. I think we might want to switch the earrings now. I'll do it after the next battle. This is so dumb. You know, I'm actually at the point where it's just funny. Like, I don't know. Like, at first it was just really frustrating. Now it's just entertaining to me. But yeah, I do. Actually, you know, real quick. Let's check if these items stack. I've never actually bothered to check if they do. Wait, where is... Oh, that's right. They can't stack because you can't equip two at the same time. Wait, yeah. Yeah, you can only have one earring equipped at the same time, so because of that, they can't possibly stack. Oh, that's a pendant, not an earring. Anyway. 6247. 6652, so 4 and 5. But yeah, at a certain point, it just becomes absurd, and I actually start enjoying it. $71 and 58. So let's see. 71, he's going to get what? 3 HP? Or is it only 2? 5. Okay, yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. How can 71 translate into 5 HP if 16 translates into 1 HP? Like, the ratios don't seem to make sense on that. I don't get that. I think, I don't know if it's a bug or if it's just a weird quirk of how these items work, but I think the earrings might provide an unusual amount of bonus HP. I am definitely going to go back through this VOD and write down some of the amounts of bonus HP I get and see if I can work out what the exact formula is, because this is so weird to me. Anyway, I guess we should also try fighting the boss at some point, because it's quite possible that like the boss just kicks my butt so hard that I can't beat him, and all of this was for nothing. That would be so hilariously sad. But yeah, 110, 109. But it's also possible that I can beat the boss easily enough that I don't need to heal too much. Then again, I'm kind of on a rhythm. Whoa. Yeah, this is a rare case where I think using the emulator speed up function is just fine. I don't think most people would even mind if I used a couple consumables. Even though it's technically against the rules of the run. Just to avoid having to do this, I think people would accept it. But I'm a purist at heart, so... Alright. And then we're going to swap the earrings back. Because Norse has gone... let's do one more, and then we'll do it. Norse has enough HP now that he's going to get a good chunk. Yeah, we're not too far from being done with this. I swear, if it turns out I can't beat this boss and I just have to reload a different save file, I will cry. I will genuinely cry. $204. Yeah, Norse only needs 100 more HP, so it shouldn't take long. Yeah, he's getting 20 HP a go, so it's like 5 more. Lynx might take a couple more than that, I don't know. 255. I wonder how many times I've actually run away now. 285, so I think that was 30 HP, so he might need 4 more goes. 319. So yeah, he needs 2 or 3 more. And then he'll be at full health. Okay, Norse is over full health. Alrighty. Oh god, that's so funny to me. To be fair, it really didn't take as long as I thought it would. Granted, I was using the emulator speed up function, so I guess that makes sense. Dragoon's Honor. Dragoon's Honor. And then we go save, and then see how the boss fight goes. But yeah, I am glad I discovered that healing trick. Without it, I don't know what I would have done for this dungeon. Actually, I do. I would have just given Lynx the star fragment and then had 2 filler characters. Wait, okay. For a second, I was like, wait, did he despawn or something? Okay. Wait, does he always come with a pterodactyl? I I don't remember seeing a pterodactyl while I was running away from him like that. I just want to check. He may always do. I genuinely don't remember that. Okay. I guess he does always spawn with a pterodactyl. That's interesting. I don't know why I didn't remember this or notice it while we were running away from him. Actually, I do. It's because he's so large. With the size of the main enemy, I just never looked over to the side. Like, even here, you can't see the pterodactyl. There, you can barely see the pterodactyl. So, yeah, I guess it makes sense I didn't notice him. Alright. Let's do a 1-3-3. Oh. I thought have enough time to do the 1-3-3. But guess not. So that's 6 stamina. 8. Okay, so I think it does act after like 7 or 8. 2, 3. A 1 should be safe. And now we'll 3-3. Miss, it acts. Let's just burn 7 to check. Okay, so yeah, it can act after 7. Good to know. Also, wow, this boss is way easier than I thought it would be. I say before taking a huge amount of damage. Oh, I forgot, Norse still has the star fragment equipped. Anyway. Oh, and he can cause sprain, which I think lowers your physical damage. Okay. Well, I definitely did not need to run away and heal as much as I did, but that's fine. Ooh, and it's a boss battle, so we gain stats. Surge is up to 48 strength. Norse is up to 37. Zappa did not get strength, which is sad. A resistance ring. Oh, wait, and now that we have someone who's sprained, I'm gonna walk really slowly and I don't want to go back to town. Well, I want to go back to town to fight random encounters to level up anyway. Are you not gonna talk to me, kid? Okay. Fine, I'm leaving. Have a nice life. Wait, she wouldn't talk to me in the other screen and now she's here. That's funny. Uh, hey, talk to me. What? Why is she not? She really won't talk to me. That's so weird. Anyway. The spring means we walk really slow. So that's a little frustrating. Huh. Oh, that's interesting. So Leah actually leaves our party if we leave? I never noticed that before. Okay. So yeah, she joins your party when you come to Gaia's Navel, but then she leaves the party if you leave the dungeon. That's cool. Anyway, now we're going to have to walk very slowly all the way back to town to heal up. And then we can fight some random encounters for stat gains. I so wish it would just drop us outside the marshes, not inside. And we will have to get another fruit to go back to the dungeon, which just means fighting the Bibas again, which is nothing. And yes, I am using the speed up feature a little. I don't think anyone will care. To me, it feels weird, but I know I'm more particular about that than most people. The remaster actually comes with a built-in speed up feature. And there's actually a key item you get in New Game Plus that provides you it, so I don't think it really matters. Now, using save states is completely off the books for me. There's no chance I would ever do that for this sort of run. I think save states are fine in terms of, like, you want to test things out. Sure. But when doing an actual run, it just, to me, save states feel like cheating. Alrighty. Wait, what? Why did I do that? Okay, so that's one more boss down, some stat gains. We can fight some random encounters and see if we can get some more stat gains. Wait, oh, I was in the right spot for it. I swear, if Surge gets another point of strength on the next set of stat gains, it will be insane luck. I don't even know if it'll be insane luck or if it'll just be way, way better than what I'm used to because I'm usually too lazy to grind out stat gains on all my characters. But he's at like 48 strength right now. It's insanely good. Anyway, defeating that boss makes me happy. We're done with Gaia's Navel, other than I just have to go fight the Green Dragon there, who I think shouldn't be too bad, but we'll see. Wait, I still never unequipped the Star Fragment on Zappa. Oh, by the way, part of why I'm so happy about gaining stats and beating boss is we are going to have to fight the red, white, and black dragon. And yesterday we got our butts kicked by both the red and black dragon. And I want my revenge, and having extra damage will be very helpful in getting the revenge. Okay, so you guys have the right equipment. You should have a stone helmet, not a mithril helmet. Where are my there's a stone helmet. That only gives me one more really? Okay, it does increase my magic defense setting. Good to know. And you want a sight scope and a stone helmet. Yeah, The difference of a helmet versus not having a helmet is quite a bit. 5 defense, 2 magic defense. And I've talked about this in previous videos, but those two stats do not correspond to your character's resistance and magic resistance like the status screen would indicate. In this game, your character stat is multiplied against or by the equipment stats, not added to. And it's actually very important, but it's one where you don't need to think about most of the time, but it's just important to understand that gaining 1 point of strength is not the same as gaining 1 weapon power. The equipment stat is way more valuable than the character stat. On average, you could probably look at attack power as on a weapon or an accessory that boosts attack power as being worth about 1.5 points of strength. It doesn't have a direct translation like that, but that's a decent approximation. Also, hey, I couldn't quite equalize the pressure in my ears earlier because I had some stuff clogging up. What is it called? There's a tube that runs from the ear to the throat, and it's what's used to equalize the pressure between the two. It starts with like EUS something, but I can never remember what the word is. Anyway, I had some stuff clogging up my. Well, I think it was causing swelling. I don't know the exact details. Anyway, because of allergies and whatnot, the last couple weeks, I was never able to quite fully equalize the pressure in my left ear. But hey, it cleared up, and now I can hear. Everything is way louder than it was before. But yeah, I kept doing things like trying to yawn or chew or other things like that they tell you to do to equalize pressure, and it wasn't working. Okay, so Lynx did not get a point of strength, only a point of resistance. Norris, however, got a point of strength, and so did Zappa. They both, Zappa got a point of resistance, and Norris got a point of magic resistance as well. So a little sad that Lynx didn't get another point of strength, but really hoping for another point of strength was just being greedy. The main thing is the other characters getting strength is very nice at keeping them relevant. So Norris is at 38, so is Viper, so they're very close in value. And I believe Viper's weapon is on par with Norris's, so Norris is about as good as. Or I'm sorry, Viper is about as good as Norris, except that his stamina recovery is worse. And Riddle, we do want to level up just so she's stronger for when we have to fight Dario. Yeah, I'm not going to grind all my characters because we have too many characters and some of them are clearly way above the others. I am curious, what is Viper's damage and accuracy like with his special weapon? So his accuracy sucks. We could give him an accuracy boosting accessory to help with that. But I think that's actually like one of the drawbacks of Viper's special weapon. It's called the Viper's Venom, and I think it does have lower than normal accuracy. Anyway, Viper gained strength, resistance, magic resistance. Riddle only gained physical resistance. Viper getting strength there means he actually has higher strength than Norse, and because their weapons are both special ones of, I think, the same power, I think Viper now actually deals more damage than Norse does. Especially since Norse uses guns, and I think their critical hit damage is lower than the critical hit damage of other weapons. That said, Viper's stamina recovery is less than 1 point per unit of time, and that's kind of sucky. So, I think Norse is still better overall, just because you can cycle between him and Surge, whereas you can't really do that with Viper. Karsh at 39 strength is surprisingly relevant. Zoa and Marcy are never useful for this run. Orcho we won't use. Radius, Fargo, you guys are both too weak. Mickey. Arenis is keeping up surprisingly well. Sprig, given I quit grinding stat gains on her, is actually doing insanely well at 33 strength. I kind of wish I would have kept grinding Sprig just to see how good she would turn out. But anyway, we're going to level up Arenis just because she already has 37 strength. I still don't think there's ever a situation where we'll use her. Wait, what kind of weapon does she have? Does she have an AoE weapon? No, she's a pick user, like a guitar pick. Riddle is an Riddle uses the rods like a mage, I believe, which would deal AoE damage. Let me just make sure I'm not crazy. Okay, yeah. 210 damage, that's crazy. Anyway, if I had someone who is high rolling their stats, their strength gain, and had an AoE attack, I would probably be pretty inclined to bring them with me. Okay, strength for Karsh and Aren. Wow, and Aren is gained agility now that that's super important. But yeah, Rennies is going to be way stronger than I'm used to. I'm used to using her as a spellcaster, is the thing. How much damage do you deal, Kirsch? Oh wait, I don't even know what kind of weapon he has equipped. Yeah, he doesn't one-shot him, but I think that's because he has a bad weapon. Let me check. He definitely doesn't have a stone axe, but I don't know if he has an iron or a mithril axe. Real quick. A silver axe, okay. So yeah, he doesn't have the best weapon he could yet, but it's still pretty solid. So him dealing that much damage is pretty informative. Wait, do I ever use Grobik? Probably not. And I never use Draggy, right? But he's so cute, and I want to, and no. We never use either of these. Let's not waste our time grinding them. No. I don't need to go to the boat. I need to go to the beach. Hiccuping. Let's make sure we're at full health. Yep. Cool, cool. And now we'll go back and fight the green dragon. I think he should be relatively easy, as at least as far as the dragons go. But I am a little worried. The green dragon uses a spell Carnivore that's pretty strong. The thing is, he only uses it if the entire field is green. So normally, it's a pretty simple strategy of facing him is never let the field turn completely green, and that will stop him from using his strongest attack. Since we can't manipulate the field at all, since we can't use elements, he might be a problem because he might start getting to spam that. We'll just have to see. But yeah, I think in terms of just raw stats, I do think his numbers are lower than those of the black, white, and even maybe the red dragon. You and me be but comrades. If there's anything you want to know, don't be afraid to ask. Oh, I didn't know we could talk to him for extra dialogue. Cool. The legendary ancient ground of us Bibas. You know it as Gaia's navel. Ibiba, a remote island surrounded by cliffs in the Sea of El Nido. Ibiba, a mystical place where a primeval forest may still exist. So yeah, we have to come over here and get the fruit again. Yeah. So we don't have the fruit. Wait. Yeah, so where do I get the fruit from? The guy we got it from before was right over there, so what? We have to feed it the fruit, but who do we get the fruit from? I'm confuzzled. What's the ancient fruit? What is it? Plenty of ancient fruit. Oh, okay, we just talked to this guy to get it. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I thought we had to come back here, go up, and fight a guy here to get it, like we did the first time, but I guess not. I guess you just talk to that dude and he gives it to you. Alrighty. But yeah, like we saw the Tyranno boss in this, or Tyranno boss in that last dungeon was reasonably easy. Actually, I'd say even more than reasonably easy. He was just pretty easy. So I think that is a good indicator that the Green Dragon should be quite manageable. That said, in this run, I am afraid to say anything. Because one, in general, I am superstitious enough that I don't want to jinx myself. Hey, she joins our party again. That's cool. And two, I just know that as soon as I say something, I'm gonna look like a fool. That's part of it where, even if you're not superstitious and think you'll jinx yourself, you can still be very mindful of just looking dumb because you say something that immediately turns out to get contradicted. But yeah, anyway, see how when we left the dungeon, all the enemies respawned? I think if we had left the dungeon to heal up, all the enemies would have respawned. Ah! Let's run away. And the encounter, or the counter for how many enemies we fought would have reset. And we would have had to redo all of those random battles we fought. But I do also think we fought way more enemies than we needed to. I think it was something about us not coming back from the... Like, I think we had to make one full loop of the dungeon before the boss could spawn, in addition to having to fight a certain number of enemies. Okay, I don't think I've ever seen an enemy attack us in that location. I wonder if it's following us because we ran away from it in the other dungeon, or if maybe it's just some other condition. But yeah, I don't remember enemies attacking you in the middle here like that. It's still chasing us! That's actually hilarious. Run! It won't let us go. Wait, if it really did chase us from the other screen to here, and I don't know that it did, that would actually be pretty cool. Ah! Ooga booga, Leah not know he here. So yeah, Leah thought the boss of this area was that big dinosaur we fought. She didn't know the green dragon was here. Silence, what is all this ruckus? I see, thou seekest wealth? Come hither. And now for lunch. I paused there, but there was no ellipsis, so it probably shouldn't have been that way. It should have been just, and now for lunch. It's interesting, the other dragons we fought had different dialogue. The blue and yellow basically said, oh, you want my blessing, face my trials. The red one was just, his normal hyper self. Hey, you want to challenge me? Want to challenge me? Want to challenge me? And this one's just like, I'm gonna eat ya. Okay, Greenfield. I completely forgot he could do that to immediately set up the field for his carnivore. Oh god, he can move after 6 stamina? That's scary. So I think we have to go for 2 threes instead of 3 threes. Oh, big crit, big crit. Carnivore again? Dear God. What the f- Okay. Remember how I said I didn't want to jinx it? Okay, I think we're seeing... Okay. We just got ruffle stomped, didn't we? Oh my god, this is brutal. Okay, wow. Well, we are definitely gonna have to restart. Yeah, he acts fast, and once he changes the field to green like that, he hits like a... I don't even know what. Wait, can we use the Pendragon Sigil C on this boss? I think we needed the Pendragon Sigil B, not C. The reason I want to check is when you use the Pendragon, if we get hit by an element like, say, Carnivore, it changes our innate to match the color of that element, but also it gives us an attack boost based on how strong an element we were hit with. And Carnivore is, I think, a level 5 or level 6, I can't remember offhand, element. So we would actually get a pretty good attack boost. I think we needed to get the Pendragon Sigil B, though, not the A. And I don't even remember where it is. Yeah, without the power or Dragoon Gauntlet, though, we do not deal anywhere near as much damage. Okay, Norse is pretty hard. Link still hits harder, though. But yeah, let's see if the Pendragon Sigil actually works here or not. Okay, it did. Cool. Unlucky misses. Yeah, see how he deals more damage now that he has, or that he's been turned green? I do think we don't want to use Norris in this battle because he just dies too quickly as a yellow innate. But yeah, 140, 230, that's pretty good damage. Yeah, I don't think we kill him. Not with our current setup, anyway. We might actually have to come back. Wait, did I increase my reload counter? Yeah, I did. Cool. Okay. I'm trying to think. Other than just getting better stats, what can I do here? Yeah, everyone has stone mail. They have their weapons. I do think part of the issue we're facing is Norris being yellow means he dies in 2 hits. We can't manipulate the field, which sucks. I don't think the Pendragon Sigil is going to be worth using. But yeah, him using Carnivore every round makes him so freaking scary. I think we might have to just do other bosses first. Yeah. So I'm just sitting here thinking about it real quick. Because he should have something like 3,000 HP, probably closer to 3,500. We were hitting for like 200, a little bit over with our 3s. So we need to hit him like 17, 18 times. God. Yeah, I don't see any world in which we win this fight right now outside of extreme RNG. And well, if that's what it takes, I will grind out the RNG. I do think we're better off going and fighting a different dragon first. Because we still have the black, white, and red dragons to take down. And we've already fought the black dragon to the point of killing him. We just had dead characters when we finished them off. So I think it would be better to fight dragons that we have a easier time against to try to get some stat gains and then come back for this one. But yeah, the fact he casts Carnivore every turn as soon as he turns the field green and we can't do anything to stop that is a huge issue. But also, he acts so fast. Most of the bosses we fight don't act anywhere near as quickly. Okay, this enemy is getting on my nerves. I'm going to run away one more time, and if I can't get out of here before it attacks me again, Okay. Okay. Yeah, know what? I'm pissed off. I'm just gonna kill you. You made me mad, now you die. Because now I have to heal again. The fact I can't cure status ailments is so annoying in this dungeon. But yeah, Norris dying in one round, or I'm sorry, after one attack. I guess, well, dying after 2 attacks. The fact Norris can only take 1 hit is a big problem for us. So I think we might want to bring someone else into the party instead of him. Viper would be my next best option in terms of dealing damage, but I think he would die just as easily. So, what I might do, man, I haven't been leveling up Starkey, so I don't want to try bringing him in to use the plasma. Man, this is sad. I honestly didn't think this boss would be that hard. Oh well. So I'm just thinking. I need to look up exactly how much HP it has. Let's say it has 3,500. That's about what I think the dragons have at this point in the game. If it does, I would need 16 to 17 hits from threes, from Link specifically. 16 to 17 would mean I need what? If it's 16 hits from threes, I would need 8 rounds. Which is more than Surge would survive, I believe. Yeah. But I do get some damage from whoever else is in the party. Let's say my secondary character deals, I don't know, 50% as much damage as Link's. So instead of 16, we could cut it by a third. Maybe I need 10-ish, which would only be 5 rounds. And still, I don't think Link survives that long. This is gonna be a problem to figure out. Fortunately, I don't think it's unbeatable. Nothing I saw that makes me think I can't win. It just makes me think I'm gonna have to put a lot more effort into it than I expected. But yeah, if nothing else, there's always the option of just going for high rolls on critical hits. Like, getting lots of hits instead of misses, and then a lot of my hits be critical hits. That would be a very tedious approach, but it should be plenty fine in terms of making this fight possible. But for now, let's go fight the Black Dragon, just because it's the dragon of the remaining ones that I have the most experience with. Wait, am I in the right world for it? I don't remember if the Black Dragon was home or another world. Oh, also, there is the White Dragon. The reason I'm putting that one off is, in addition to just being really strong, the White Dragon is a pain because it's white and Link's is a black innate. So it's going to hit him very hard. At the same time, he will hit it very hard. So it might be fine. Alright, and then this boss, oh wait, we're in the wrong world. Okay. For the Black Dragon, I think we established yesterday that it can roll 9 AP, as in it can act. Oh, duh, of course this is the wrong spot. The cruise ship is here. We want the world where it's not. Anyway, I think we established that the boss, at a minimum, can roll 9 action points, as in it will act at a minimum, or I can't talk. It will, at worst, act after you use 9 stamina worth of attacks. But, at the start of the combat, the game is going to roll whether it will have 9 or 10 action points. If it rolls a 10, then every single turn, it is guaranteed to act no faster than 10 stamina worth of attacks. So that's 1 extra point of stamina each round that we can get if we just roll good on that part of it. Then, as secondary thing, every turn or every round, it can roll some variants of like 1 or 2 more extra stamina that you can spend for that individual turn. So what that means is we probably want to test when we go into fight on if it will act after 9 stamina. And if it does, then we know we low rolled or got bad luck in terms of that. But if it only acts after 10 stamina, that gives us a lot more wiggle room in how we want to fight. Now, we fought this plenty of times yesterday, so hopefully I can get back in the groove of it pretty quickly. We'll go for a 1, then a 3-3. Oh, unlucky. Ooh, but it hasn't acted, so let's go for a 3-3. Wow, 4 misses. That's rough. Alright. Now, we don't know if he's on a 9 or 10 AP cycle. We could test it right now, but I could also just not test it and assume it's on 9P and go from there. Or 9 AP. Did I really say 9P? I did. Yeah, so we use 6 stamina, this is 7. If I 3-3, we will push it to 13, which guarantees he'll act. But if I was going to do that, I should have used the 1 with Zappa first, because I would get the same number of attacks regardless. So yeah, this is 8. Now we're going to 9. If he acts here, we had bad luck on the AP roll. Okay. So he hasn't acted on 9. That does not guarantee he is not capable of acting on a 9. Because there's 2 separate variance rolls. First, it's whether he rolls like 9 or 10 AP for the whole combat. Then every single round, he can roll like plus 1 or 2 more AP for that individual round. So right now we may be on the good luck roll of him having 10 stamina or 10 action points, but we might still just be on the 9-1 and got lucky for this individual round. We don't know. Anyway, that said, we are going 3-3. This I hate. We really hope he doesn't hit Lynx or Norse with Darkness. I don't care if he hits Zappa with it. Unfortunately, he hit him with Curse. Okay. Curse sucks in that it drains stamina when you get hit, but fortunately, it doesn't lower our accuracy like Darkness does. So that's 6 stamina. 8 stamina. And we're going to test the 9 question again. 9? Okay. So again, he hasn't acted after 9. If we do a single 3 here, he is guaranteed to act. So let's just 3-3. So I do think he rolled 10 AP to start with, not 9. So we could go 1-3-3 or 7. Use 1 with Zappa, and then do a 1-3-3 with Norris. Yeah. I think this will work. That said, it's not guaranteed to work. The one with Zappa is guaranteed. The one with Norris here could still potentially not work. Okay. This is 3 rounds in a row where he has not acted after 9 units of time. So I'm pretty much convinced that he's on a 10 AP cycle. Not cycle, but combat, whatever you want to call it. Alright. Genius, and then he uses like Graviton next. Gravity Bomb, not Graviton. And Norris getting hit here means his stamina dropped into the negatives. Okay, so Zappa is cursed now. So we're going to do the same thing as before. Once he's free to use 7 stamina. Or 7 units of time, whatever you want to call it. 8. And then we go 1, 3, 3 again. 9. And then we'll push to 15. Oh, does Norris die here? Yeah. That sucks. Oh, wait. Ah. Really wish it would have hit Zappa or Lynx with those physical attacks instead. I think we reload. Because even if we win, Norris being dead means he's going to miss out on stat gains. And we do know that he was going to gain strength. Yeah. Unfortunate. But hey, we did see just how smooth this battle could run. In that one, if Norris would have just not been hit by the physical attacks, we would have been fine. That said, we did roll the good AP on Black Dragon, so this time we might roll that he acts on 9 instead of on 10. And if so, that'll make the battle a lot harder. One. So 7. Okay, he acts. Alright, that's not much damage. We can 1, 3, 3. That is 7. 8. 9. Does he act? Okay. Again, this doesn't guarantee that he's on a 10 AP roll. He could have just rolled higher AP for the individual turn. But it is a good sign for us. That's one time he didn't act after 9 AP. The damage on that isn't too impactful. The status ailments is what is. Lynx got hit with a status ailment, unfortunately, and it looks like it was cursed. Between curse and darkness, curse is the less relevant one. So that's 2 AP. 3, and down we go to 9. Cool. Again, didn't act after 9. Curse we can deal with much easier than darkness. Wait. I just did 9 AP, so I have to 3-3 here. I can't 1-3-3. That was a misplay on my part. I should have done the 1 with Zappa, not 1 with Norris, then 1 with Zappa. That was my mistake. Oh, it's not a big deal. Fortunately, we did still hit with Lynx. The main reason I want to be able to once freeze free with Lynx isn't that his one deals more damage than Norris's one. It's that the one will increase the accuracy of my three. Man, I keep hiccup slash burping. It's weird. Ooh, a crit. Yeah, now we should be able to once freeze free. Yeah, and using the one there gave us plus 6% chance to hit with our threes, so that's the main reason I want it. Alright, and this is Gravity Bomb, I believe. So it doesn't do a lot of damage. We're fine for the moment. It is pretty decent damage when you can't heal, but if you could heal, it would be very whatever. So one with Zappa for an extra 22 damage. 133. Ooh, crit. Unfortunately, both of our crits this time have been from Norris, and his crits are less effective. And this is what sucks. Lynx got Darkness. I didn't realize Gravity Bomb could apply Darkness. I thought it was Darkness Breath that could, but so yeah, this is gonna be a pain. So now we have a question. Normally I would once freeze free with Lynx because his damage is the highest, but his accuracy is so low it might actually be better to once freeze free with Zappa. Oh! Well, never mind. You may notice, unless I messed up or I'm misremembering, we just used 9 stamina and then the boss attacked. Unless I messed up, what that means is this boss has been on a 9 AP cycle the whole combat, and we've just been getting lucky with the individual turn variants. So, yeah. That's rough. Okay. Let's 1, 2, 3. That's 6 stamina. Okay, darkness did wear off. That's good. 1, 2. That's 9 stamina. And yeah, see. Oh no, I thought it was acting again, but it died. Okay. Yeah, so either I messed up and maybe I used 10 stamina thinking I only used 9. I don't think so, but it's possible. If not, then I was treating this entire combat as being on a 10 AP cycle when it was actually on a 9 AP cycle. And I just got lucky on individual turns. Anyway, oh, my voice cracked. Anyway, Norse gains the strength and magic resistance. Zappa gains the strength resistance. That's cool. Lynx didn't really gain anything. Well, no, he got a point of resistance, which is somewhat useful. Ah, I thank you for the excitement. Yeah, resistance is mildly useful, but magic resistance is way more valuable. Especially if I want to be stronger against the green dragon and its stupid carnivore attack. Uh, let's go heal up, but first I have to run to the bathroom real quick. Sorry, guys. It'll be just one moment. Okie dokie. Let me find how to switch my scene back. One moment. I kind of forgot what my shortcuts are. There we are. Wait, but the game's volume just muted itself. What? Let me see if I can fix the game volume. Yeah, the music in this game is way too good not to have playing, so. I'm not sure which key I hit. I'll tell you what, let's save and then I'll just restart the game and see if that deal or resolves the issue. Or wait, one sec. Yeah, huh. Never mind, didn't need to restart the game. I have a bunch of shortcuts and hotkeys, and I'm not super familiar with all of them. I did accidentally turn the volume up a little. Let me just fix that because it's kind of grating on my ears. Alright. Anyway, sorry about the delay. I usually try not to need to go to the bathroom during the middle of the stream, but obviously sometimes you can't help it. Do we need to heal real quick, or do I just do the fight? Oh yeah, everyone's low, but we don't need to heal because we're fighting really weak enemies who I don't think are even capable of hurting us. So yeah, we're gonna grind some level ups for characters as we try to do between all boss battles. Oh, huh. I was so confused why that enemy died. Apparently, I switched my party order when messing with my hotkeys, trying to figure out how to like switch everything, get it back, and I switched Zappa to the front of the party. That was unexpected. Okay, I think Lynx is back in front. Yeah. Okay. So one thing I was thinking about while I was in the bathroom is I do think I made a mistake when I was fighting the Green Dragon. I equipped the Pendragon Sigil, and it did work as expected, and so I think it could have been useful. But I think I made a mistake in that I removed one of our Dragoon Gauntlets, which give us +3 attack power, instead of the Dragoon Honor, which only gives us +1. Now, the reason I did that is I usually prefer to have the Dragoon's Honor equipped because it increases our accuracy. But if I fight that boss again, I think I will take the Dragoon's Honor off instead of the Gauntlet. Because I think the increased accuracy is less valuable in that specific case than the 2 more attack power. The reason being, I think I'm going to need to rely on some pretty good luck for the fight already. So, having that 2% more chance to hit or whatever it would be probably isn't going to change the equation very much. So yeah, I do think that's one edge I can gain in the battle. But also, all of my characters were obviously going to be a bit stronger since I just beat another boss, and I plan on beating probably the white and red dragons as well. So that should help push the needle a little. Or move the needle a little. My use of idioms is terrible. It's not push the needle, it's move the needle. Whatever. I don't think anyone cares, but I'm talking to myself and that's a dangerous thing. I get distracted by my own thoughts. Ah, cool. Okay. Sorry, I was just bringing up the stream to make sure that things were in fact working. I was worried that when I went to the bathroom and messed with all the other stuff that maybe I somehow broke stuff. But yeah, if I can get past the green dragon, I think we'll be fine. Ooh, another strength and magic resistance. Oh, magic resistance for Norse as well. Okay. Strength for Zappa? Okay. Uh, anyway, if I can get past the green dragon, we'll fight this. I don't think there was any reason to, but sure. What I was gonna say is, I think if we can get past the green dragon, we'll be fine. Because I think all the other enemies, or all the other bosses that are coming up, act slower and don't hit like AoE. The main thing that made the green dragon so dangerous, at least in my first impression, is that carnivore ability hits my entire party. So I can't rely on luck of, like, when we're dealing with Miguel, he would use that Holy Dragon Sword, which could potentially one-shot Lynx or Norse. But if he hit Zappa, it wasn't a big deal. I think all the other bosses we're going to come across have single target effects, where we can rely on the RNG of who they target somewhat to help us. Oh, 40 strength, nice. And I think the biggest thing with the green dragon is there's just no option to get lucky on him wasting a turn attacking a character who, will take some damage and not care. Alright. So I think we only need to do 1 or 2 battles for these characters. Also, I do kind of want to go back and fight Dario just to see how close I can get to killing him. Because if by some miracle I could get the Master Mune at this point, it would make battles so much easier. Viper does not get a strength here, so Norse is going to keep pace with him. Riddle gets a point of strength, which probably won't matter. We're grinding Riddle for the Dario battle. And the main thing is, I think we want her to get defensive stats, so she can potentially survive an extra attack. I don't think the damage she deals will ever matter, but we'll see. Alrighty. Okay, so it's good we fought an extra battle. She gained 2 HP. The fact she gained 2 HP makes me want to do another fight in case maybe we gain some more HP. Basically, when grinding the mini level ups, my view is after you get the big level up, fight until you don't get any HP and then swap the person out. Okay. And now we need to level up Karsh. Wait, Riddle did get 1 HP, so as I was saying, fight until you don't get HP. I don't think Riddle's going to gain any HP after this fight, but let's just be safe. But then we're going to want to level up Karsh. Anyone else who's particularly relevant? Now, there's the thought. I wonder if Karsh could be particularly useful against the Green Dragon since they're a Nate's match. Maybe he would be more tanky? I don't know. That's definitely something that'll be in my, I don't want to say back pocket, but it'll be an option we can try. Is normally I've been using opposite innates when possible to deal extra damage, but bringing the same innate might be worth doing for extra durability. Yeah, these four are useless. Arenes with her 39 strength is still doing really well. And I think this is all we need to do. I don't think we need to grind any of our other characters. But yeah, I would normally go do the red dragon next. Because I think in terms of strength, it is weaker than the white or green dragons. At least the green dragon if you can't manipulate the field. But I kind of want to fight the white dragon just to see how it goes. Because we already did try fighting the red dragon, got her butt kicked. We haven't tried fighting the white. Oh, Arenes doesn't gain any stats other than HP? That sucks. Karsh gaining a point of strength there, though, is really nice. He's up to 42. I don't remember if Karsh can use the Master Hammer or whatever the other hammer is. I think it's like a Great Hammer. Zappa can, and he is classified as an axe user. Karsh is an axe user, so that might mean he can use hammers. I don't know. I don't think so, but if he can, that would be cool because it would mean he could use the Great Hammer that Zappa is currently using, which is slightly better than a Stone Axe is right now. The difference would be really small though, so it's not super important. Anyway, this should be the last battle we need to do. And then we can go try fighting the White Dragon. And I honestly don't remember if it is in Homeworld or Netherworld. Okay. But we'll bring Norris and Zappa back in just because they've been high rolling on stat gains. And Norris has our plasma pistol. And of course, we need to run back to town to heal. Man, it's so weird. The Green Dragon really is a pretty easy boss if you can keep the field from turning completely green so that he can't use the Carnivore spell. But I forgot how fast he acts. The fact he acts every 6 units of time is crazy when he can just spam an AoE attack every round. Alright. So let's save and then go over to the Sky Dragon Isle and see if he is in this world or the other. With how many times I've played this game, I really ought to be able to remember which dragon is in which dimension. But it has been nearly a year since I played the game, and a lot of times I focus on the early game more than the late game. Let's save just in case it is on this one. But also, I should be able to remember because I recruited Starkey from this island before. So the Sky Dragon is on which, or is in whichever world I did not recruit Starkey in. I don't remember which one it was. What do you have to say? The locals are making. Oh, yep. He said the Sky Dragon's back, or at least people are saying so. So yeah, the Sky Dragon should be up here. About 100 years before humans came from the continent. Or wait, about 100 years before humans from the continent came here, the Dragonians and demi-humans still existed in great numbers. So yeah. Here's the White Dragon. This is the guy who saved us from, what was it called? The Dead Sea? Yeah. What was it called? It was like called the Tower of Geddon or something like that. I am the Sky Dragon of the White Element. First, gain the protection of the Oh, okay. He won't let us fight him until we fight all the others. Okay, okay. I didn't realize that. So I guess we do have to go fight the Red Dragon and then figure out how we're going to deal with the Green Dragon. First. Man, I am so worried that I'm just going to get stuck on the Green Dragon. I don't think it will happen, but I am worried it might. And the reason I'm worried about that isn't that I would be heartbroken if the run ended. As I said, when I beat Miguel, I never thought I'd be able to beat him. And once I did, I even said I would be happy, even if I could never make any more progress for the rest of the run. And I meant it. But I would be sad if we got stuck at the Green Dragon as like the one thing we couldn't beat, simply because it's the Green Dragon. The entire difficulty of the Green Dragon is that you can't. One second. Is that you can't manipulate the field, and manipulating the field so it doesn't turn all green is the main technique against the dragon. Oh wait, I need to go to the left there. So it would just be really sad if the whole or if the reason this run ended is that I couldn't cast a single element to stop him from using his carnivore attack. That, I mean, it would make sense for the run, of course. In a no element run, a boss whose main weakness is manipulating the field would be an obvious obstacle, but it would just be like, man, it would suck so much if I was unable to progress, and I was thinking, if I could use any element, even the weakest element in the game, I would be able to beat this boss. But I could walk up the lava here. There's I think 2 chests. There's at least 1 chest, but I think there's 2. And you can't get them if you freeze the lava first. Yeah, see, there's 1 chest on the left there, and then another chest on the right. I don't think any of them are going to be very valuable for this run. But I think one of them is actually another Pendragon Sigil. I think it's the Pendragon Sigil A. Hey, please come out where I can talk to you. I would like to talk to you. Why can't I talk to you? I want to fight you. Just walk out here so we can talk. Can I throw a rock at you so maybe then you'll... Alright. Hey, lad, so we meet again. You look a bit different, but I know it's you. Come on, challenge me again. What do you say? If you beat me, I'll give you the dragon relic and my pet salamander. Okie dokie. Now this boss is a little annoying, just that if I die, I'm going to have to run back through the dungeon and refreeze the lava. I wish there was a save point a little bit closer to the boss, but it's whatever. Oh, 285 damage per 3. That's actually pretty good. Wait, I was thinking it had 6 AP, but that might be from the previous time I fought it, not this time. Yeah, I don't know how fast this one acts. Maybe I should test and find out. Wait, what? I used the 2 missed and that caused the transformation? Weird. I wonder what the logic is for when it transforms then, because it can't be based on just the damage it took, because I didn't hit it for any damage. And it can't be based on the number of turns it takes, because it had just taken a turn that I used 2 stamina, so there's no way its turn was ready. Huh. Okay. That is interesting. 5, 6, 7. No, wait, that was 6, right? Oh, wait, no, I had used 2 before the transformation. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what its AP stat is, so it's gonna mess with me for a little bit. Let's do a 1, 3, 3. I'm gonna test if it has 9 AP. 8. Norse is gonna do a 1, then it's 3, 3. 9. Okay. So I think we're just going to treat it as though it has the same AP stat as the Black Dragon does. Oh, Lynx just got killed, so we're definitely reloading. Norse is burned. Let's do a 2, 1. So 10 AP, 11, 12. It acted after 12 units of time. Oh god, Norse died that easily? Dang. Well, now I'm not going to be able to test its AP stat. So yeah, I think it actually is slower than the Black Dragon. You know what? Let's just see what happens when we run away. I'm resetting anyway. But the first time we fought this little guy, well, the previously little guy, he immediately attacked us when we ran away. I'm curious if he does it again. You're no fun. Okay. So yeah, we are going to need to reload, unfortunately. Where's my mouse cursor? Sorry, I'm having trouble. I can't find my mouse cursor to reload the game. Tell you what, let's do it this way. Restart. So yeah, the dragons are actually giving me more trouble than I anticipated. I thought they would actually be a lot easier than they have been. I thought Miguel was gonna be a leaps and bounds above anything else, but the dragons are actually surprisingly tough. And part of that is I think they have way more health than Miguel had. Miguel only had like 2,000 health. I think the dragons all have like 3,000 to 3,500. Zero damage, okay? And that extra health just means the damage race is harder to win because they survive longer. The main thing that made Miguel manageable is he did die pretty quickly. He hit hard, but he died fast. Whereas these guys don't hit as hard as Miguel, but they also don't die as fast. So it's an interesting dynamic. Also, this dragon did use Inferno, right? Yeah. I think it only used it after Link said it already died, though. The reason I was thinking about it is we might have an angle where we use the Pendragon Sigil here. Same thing we were thinking about with the Green Dragon. Wait, no, I went the wrong direction again. I did this last time too. I need to go straight down, not to the right down, is what it came down to. Uh, anyway, so right now we have defeated 2 bosses in this session. So that's decent. I'm happy with that. Right, so one was the Tyranno, which is a really easy boss, but beating him is super invaluable just in that it did mean we got through the Gaia's naval part, the annoying one where we have to fight all the random encounters. So we have made some progress in today's run, that's good. But I would love to kill this boss and then have the next video be able to start off with us focusing on how we're going to beat the Green Dragon. God, I hate having to reload and then run through these areas again. It's just, would you please put a save point right before the boss? Fortunately, the dungeons in Chrono Cross are pretty short, so even if you have to reload, it's not the biggest of deals, but just in general, unless you are using random encounters to soften up a player, like drain resources or deal damage to them, before the boss battle, I don't think there's any real benefit to not putting a save point right before the boss battle. Yeah, let's fight you. So we did say that we think it has 9 or more AP, so we think it's as slow as the Black Dragon was. Let's operate under that assumption for now. It may not be the case, but we'll go with that thought. Oh, okay, no. See, this one acted after 7 AP, so I think what it must be is that when it grows to that larger size, then it becomes slower. And similarly, when it grows, it changes to that larger size after like a fixed amount of time. Not based on turn counts or damage. It's just you use, say, I don't know, 15 stamina, then the boss swaps forms. I think. I could be wrong, though. Alright. And it did act after 7 AP, but this is the first turn it was in this form. So I think it's turn count stat or AP stat, whatever you want to call it, reset when it switched to the new boss. Okay. So that's 7. We want to use 1, 8, 9, then we'll push to 15. So we do seem safe to treat this as being the same speed as the Black Dragon. 7, 1 from Zappa, just because we can, get a little extra damage in. 8, 9, and then 3, 3, pushing to 15. And Lynx dies here. Oh, Norse died as well. Okay, that sucks. That hits so freaking hard, man. And I'm gonna be a little sad if we can't beat this boss by the end of the stream. But I do think it may be a case where what I should do is go look up the enemy stats and try to think up a strategy in advance rather than just going as I am and doing things on the fly. I am trying to avoid looking up too much stuff and like planning everything out. Because I do think it's more interesting to try challenges just kind of winging it. But sometimes it may be necessary, and in this case, it might be. Because the red and green dragon are both giving me a lot more trouble than I might have anticipated. Oh, there was another one here. Ah. I thought there were only 2 enemies, not 3, and we walked past 2. Okay. So the little guy seems to be as fast as the first time we found him, which is like 6 AP or so. The big guy, I think, is on like 9 AP or so. I just wish. Walk out so I can talk to you. It's so weird that. I hate that we have to talk to him to start the fight, but he can walk in areas where we can't walk up over to him ourselves. 1, 3, 3. Ooh, miss and a hit. Okay. One interesting thing is he does seem to have lower defensive stats in this form. So it might be a situation where we can try to like front load our damage in this form. Okay. And see there, he transformed in the middle of our action. Normally, you can do a like 2, 3, 1, 2, whatever. You queue up 2 attacks in a row and the enemy can't act in between them. But it seems when they're doing a transformation like this, that is not the case. So they actually can interrupt you to switch forms. Also, yeah, when he comes in with the new form, his AP stat is entirely separate from the other one as far as I can tell. Dang, that's so much damage. So yeah, Norse and Lynx both get killed in 2 rounds to that fire breath. That's insane, man. 500. Lady sitting Zappa. So we are getting a decent amount of damage, but this fire breath just hits so hard. What I might have to do is see if equipping a single defensive accessory changes how many hits Lynx can survive. And Norris as well. Because I don't think we can kill him if he can take us down that fast. I don't think there's any world where we manage to. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the Dragon's Honor off. This will lower our accuracy a little, and it'll lower our attack power by 1, but it'll give us 5 more regular defense and 2 more magic defense. See, my problem is I don't know that this will be enough to stop him from killing us in 2 attacks. Yeah. I am genuinely worried about this. And Norris already has the stone helmet, so I can't do anything. What we'll do is we'll give him the moon glasses. And what do we give Zappa then? He already has a helmet. Yeah, let's give Zappa Dragoon's Honor. Ah, wait. Then the other thing we can think about is if maybe we swap someone else into the party instead of Norris or even Zappa. But the main thing is just if Lynx dies to 2 fire breaths, that's going to mean this fight is really problematic. Like, I don't know what we're going to do at that point. Not saying it's impossible, just I don't know what our strategy should be. If, however, equipping this stone helmet means he survives, then okay. And, of course, we could give him the moon glasses instead of the helmet. Or, if necessary, we could give him both. The main thing is I don't want more than 1 defensive accessory on Surge if I can avoid it. Because I want those Dragoon Honors for the extra damage. Also, I do have the option of freezing both of these, then going out and saving. That way I don't have to keep doing it each time I refight this boss. But I don't know how much time it would save versus how much time it would take. Alright. So right now we have 2 dragons that are being way more difficult than I had expected. Of course I want to fight you again. Wait. Question. Has Lynx been at 297 HP instead of 397 every time I fought this guy? And follow-up question, why is Lynx missing 100 health? Like, when did Lynx take 100 damage? I don't remember that happening. But yeah, if Lynx has been missing 100 health in each of my attempts, that would be kind of funny. Yeah, I tried to do a 3-3 there and he immediately transformed. I am genuinely curious if Lynx has been missing 100 health in all of my attempts. And if so, why? Like, how did he lose 100 health? I don't remember. Oh, big crit. No, wait, we wanted to do a 1 with Zappa first. And then we'll 1-3-3. Alright, physical. And now the next attack will be another Fiery Breath, which will kill Lynx. And honestly, I don't think it would kill Lynx if Lynx wasn't missing 100 HP, so I still need to figure out that little mystery. And Norris, thanks to having the moon glasses equipped, I think will survive it. Zappa, not having the moon glasses, I think might... Yeah, he'll die. So yeah, Norris should survive, but the other two will die. Lynx wouldn't have died except he was missing 100 health, and I'm not sure why. And again, we're running into that bug where somehow the accuracy doesn't reset after the turn ends and one takes damage. But yeah, now Norris just dies to Inferno. Seriously, how did Lynx wind up missing 100 HP? I am confuzzled. Yeah, see, he has 397 HP here. Am I crazy? Did he take 100 damage from like a random encounter or something? Or did he maybe take 100 damage during that attempt at the Fire Dragon I somehow didn't notice? I feel like I'm tripping. Anyway, the good news is we saw that if Lynx is at full health, he will survive 2 Fiery Breaths as long as he doesn't take a hit, the physical attack. Oh, wasn't close enough? Okay. As long as he doesn't take the physical attack from the boss, he should be fine to take 2 Fiery Breaths. On the other hand, Norris with I went the wrong direction again. Norris with moon glasses, I think, survives 2 Fiery Breaths, even if he does take the physical attack. And I'm not sure if Zappa survives 2 Fiery Breaths if he doesn't take the physical attack. If he does take the physical attack, then yeah, he just dies to 2. But anyway, I think we are establishing something of a turn counter where the boss, once the boss uses 2 Fiery Breaths, the battle's pretty much over. All we can do is maybe get a little bit more damage in. Wait a second. What the is going on? Why is Lynx so low in health? Why is Lynx at 287 HP? What is going on? What the why am I, what? It can't be lava. Like, everyone in the party would have taken damage if it was from lava. Where is Lynx taking this damage from? I mean, yeah, we obviously don't... Oh, I forgot to upload the reload... Or update the reload counter. There. Dude, I am tripping here. How did Lynx lose 110 HP? Yeah, and it can't even be like he loses 100 HP for one thing. Because in the last run, he lost 100. This run, we've lost 110. Where's my health going? What is happening? I feel... What the Man, I am so glad I'm streaming so I can go back and try to, like, rewatch the video to see where this health went. Because I am so bewildered right now. Dang, that's a big crit. Imagine if we got 2 crits like that on this form of it. So, like, we did 1100 damage to it before it even transformed. That would be cool. Oh, shoot. I was trying to get as much in before it transformed, but... And I am so distracted right now by Link's just seeming to lose tons of HP for no reason. Okay, first fire breath. I kept calling this fiery breath, but it's fire breath. You know why? Yeah, see, Norris doesn't take all that much damage. She drops to 241. Link drops to 137 while missing 110 health. Zappa drops to 256. So yeah, everyone in this party would survive 2 fire breaths if Lynx wasn't missing 110 HP, and then also potentially they might still die to the if they take the extra damage from the just regular old attacks. But like, I am so distracted right now. Anyway, we've done what, like 1,500, 2,000 damage, somewhere in that ballpark. I haven't been keeping track at all. Yeah, I think we've dealt close to 2,300, 2,500 damage. Yeah, Lynx obviously dies to the next fire breath. As Nappa. Yeah, Nappa from Dragon Ball Z is gonna take 1 small attack. Okay, so it's gonna fire breath kill Lynx. But Norse did survive, so that's cool. Am I even dropping it to critical health? I don't know that we're even dropping it to where it was in the, like, critical health, which I think is at 25% HP. Anyway, this is probably going to be my last attempt for the night. I have been streaming for like 3 hours, and it's late because I started really late. Oh my god. Plus, I really do want to see if I can like watch back and see why my character was missing so much HP. Alright, so 397 health. Ah! 397 health. Like, come over here. We ice breath. We're still, wait, 337? What? 297? Every time I'm opening my menu, Lynx is losing health. Wait, so is Norse? We are considered too close to the lava. That's what it is. Zappa, being in the back of the party, is not losing health. Huh. Okay, so see, like you don't even have to stand in the lava. Huh. So just getting this close to the lava is enough to make you take damage. Okay. I I am very confused by that. Why would like you don't even have to get anywhere close to the lava to take damage? Okay. I part of me doesn't even want to count that for my reload counter. But yeah, I think it's that specific screen just has a weird hitbox for where you take damage from the lava. That is, huh. But it also has a thing where like you can't use the ice breath to freeze the water from too far away, or the lava from too whatever. But one interesting thing is I don't think I ever noticed before that the amount of damage you take from lava, or not the amount of damage, but which characters take damage from the lava depends on how close that individual character is to the lava. I just always assumed that if one character was taking damage, that your whole party would take damage. But see, we're far enough away that we don't take damage now, yet the ice breath doesn't work. Okay, so we haven't started taking damage yet. So we took 30 damage trying to get close enough. So, wait, how are you supposed to get close enough to freeze the lava without taking damage then? Because, like, I had to be here to freeze it, but when I was here, I was taking damage. That's some bull. Okay, okay, okay. I see how the game be. Tell you what, now that we know that's what was happening, I'm going to leave and heal, but first I'm going to freeze all the lava. That way I never have to deal with this nonsense again. That was total bull. Let's see, do I take damage here? 257. See how close I'm standing to this lava? I'm not taking damage. Why did I take damage on the other screen? That's such nonsense. Oh my lord. Okay. Whatever. Yeah. So we're gonna heal up and then yeah, that's gonna be it for this stream. I resolved a weird mystery that I'll be honest, part of the reason I'm gonna not try fighting the dragon some more is just I'm genuinely upset by that. The fact I had multiple attempts against the red dragon start with me missing a bunch of HP because of that is just it's a thing, I'll say that much. But it's a pretty annoying thing. That said, all in all, today's stream was fine. We took down the Tyrno and the Black Dragon, so we made some progress. We also, most importantly, did all the random encounters we need to do for Gaia's Navel. So we won't have to deal with that nonsense again. I hate that dungeon. It was frustrating, so I'm glad to be done with it. Yeah. Sorry to end on a less than stellar note. I'm gonna heal up, then run back to the island or to the volcano and save, and that'll be it for the stream. Anyway, I do want to say that all in all, things are pretty good. I'm obviously not happy about the situation with the lava damage. That was some bull. But yesterday I had discovered I had car problems. Today it was a pain to deal with those car problems, but I got everything sorted out. Everything's fine. Life is back on track. And I did still manage to make progress in the 2 streams I did on those days. I'll be honest, my mood and energy for the 2 streams probably wasn't as great as I would have liked. And I definitely didn't make as much progress as I would have liked, but hey, it was still a pretty fine thing overall. Also, I have taken to watching other people stream Chrono Cross after my own streams, and that has been a ton of fun. I honestly don't know the names of any of them offhand. I think in the future I'll try to pay attention to some of the names of people who stream the game. One of them was a person who apparently is playing Chrono Cross for the first time. I enjoyed his stream quite a bit last night, so that was cool. He said he's not going to be streaming it again tonight, but he'll probably stream tomorrow, so I'll definitely try to find his stream tomorrow and then just shout him out. Not like I have any viewers to rate him with or whatever, but I really like this game, so I do want to encourage and celebrate other people who are streaming it. Other than that, I'm going to try to come back tomorrow and we'll continue this run. I will look up some information on the boss stats, like HP values and AP stats, so I can try to have a better strategy going into the fights. That said, discovering why I was missing so much HP in this battle was a big deal. I think that'll help a lot. Not the most recent attempt, but the attempt before, we were missing 100 HP on Lynx, and if not for that, I think we were actually on track, maybe not to beat the boss, but at least to do a good showing. So I think we're starting to see the lines on how to beat this boss. The green dragon, though, I don't know. That one I'm going to have to spend a lot of time thinking about, probably. That one seems scarier than the red dragon. Maybe not, though. Both are very difficult. That said, we have fortunately figured out all the dungeons. We know where to go, what to do. So now we're at the point where it's just figuring out how to beat the bosses. And that's the part I enjoy the most, so I'm looking forward to tomorrow. With that all said, thank you to anyone who stopped by. I hope you had a good night. And if you watch the VOD or video on YouTube later, hope you have a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, whichever it might be. Yeah, I don't know how to do outros, but have a good one, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye!